Another true soul. The disciple will want to see through the main doors.
I will not be slandered! General, you saw my reports. You know it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash!
Oi! What?
You scrag!
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
Let me make sure I understand this. You're claiming that General Thorn gave you the wrong soldiers.
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure.
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
Your mind extends outward and grasps at nothing. In Ketheric's place, you feel an absence. No psionic power. No tadpole at all.
The goblins! They failed me. They failed us all.
You lying little!
And what would you do to those that have failed you?
They are put to death, obviously.
True. Ultimate failure must earn ultimate punishment. Night Warden Mintara, your crime is incompetence, and your sentence is death.
No!
Make her passing slow, Disciple Zorel. Be creative. A new true soul come to share their wisdom? And what do you have to contribute? A pity, then, that her faith was so inadequate. Take her below.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Bye-bye, princess.
Kill the goblins, too.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the general. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Do. Have here in the seat of the
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake! Please! Help me!
Let's go see Zarel. And mind you don't slip in the goblin guts.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn more about his power.
To the prisoners. Any one of them can be elevated to true soul, should they accept the absolute power.
Let's chew the fat.
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the... She cherished you. But it wasn't enough. You were distracted by bloodlust, murder, chaos. And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing? You are nothing.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. Not strong as you remember.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again. A challenge, sister. Who would be awful, sister? Meat that doesn't yet know.
expected to be greeted as a hero. But the wretches imprisoned me and tried to tear my mind apart. I didn't think anyone would come for me. Erasing my thoughts and my will. Even I could not have endured for much longer. Agreed. Lead the way.
Two steps at a time.
Any one of them could be elevated to true soul, should they?
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do. The guard is happy to let you pass.
Go on. Move. The quicker, the better.
What's this now?
I'm walking all the way to Baldur's Gate without...
At your command.
A hero at heart.
Go on. Move. The quicker, the better.
Someone there? Very well, then. Subtle steps.
Now, Meg, come on. We told you there's nothing there.
Sister.
Meg, hear me! Meg, go!
Don't mind if I do.
farrier in Dissarin Valley. Same as me.
Brothers, sister, pray with me while we wait.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
Yes, you did. She gives them to you fully formed. Can you hear her?
She belongs to everyone. Of many hearts, one soul. Of many thoughts, one mind.
Halt!
Deal with them, or I will.
We heard she'd been escorted from her cell. Not that
The General ordered that she be repurposed, not freed.
creatures like her don't understand the concept of loyalty. Keep her on a tight...
Best foot forward.
Go on. Move. We're between the Absolute's teeth, and you are... Be swift.
What have we here?
Where do you go?
I was a farrier in Dissarin Valley. And the dreams came.
Just a picture.
Let's chew the fat.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed.
Even you, Disciples Rel?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. A pool of warmth spreads through your mind as she settles on the memory of you commanding the goblins to die.
Oh, I like you. That was inventive and efficient. Plenty. But I hoped someone of your talents would be more ambitious. You came here to answer the Absolute's call. Let's see what you're made of.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette, but there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
Caution. Hesitation. You fear power even when it's offered freely. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted. By serving General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum, but we have lost contact with him. Go there. Aid Balthazar if you can. The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he...
There for the taking.
We must leave. Now. Lead the way.
A long way to go still. Take your...
Blade at the ready. Heading out.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute. Now I leave as an exile.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby? Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
This place is protected. You might find allies here, or at least supplies.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your... Who are you? Sure you are. Just keep your hands where I can see them. Come. Jahira! Absolutely.
This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows. You should never have come here, true soul.
Your request leaves this plane, barreling through the fires of Avernus and frost of Stygia.
Stop! What are you doing? He's the one who saved us!
He's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved one of my friends from a druid with a snake. Knows when to be discreet too. I pretty much trust him with my life.
A true soul with a mind of his own? You sound so confident for someone who's so wrong. Congratulations. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. I'll not pretend to understand why you, the enigma that you are, suddenly crossed our path. Tell me, why have you come here? Then you found an ally in me. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too, if you're... Settle in. Then come join me for a drink.
Whatever I expected to find lurking in this cursed gloom.
It's for a good cause.
Certain, wasn't it? A glimmer of hope amidst the darkness.
That's one way of looking at it. You could also say it's a prime target. The one pocket of light in the gloom.
It's you. A makeshift harper's fire might not be... And if you find any interesting materials in need of working, I hesitated to mention this back in the Druid's Grove, for obvious reasons. But no, when Elturel was dragged into Avernus, I was drafted into a devil's smithy. It should have been awful. I could sense some, smell it almost. If you find it, bring it to me. I'll make something incredible.
Absolutely. Rare to get your hands on this stuff. Well done.
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
It can't keep its eyes off me.
Time for a chat.
Flame color. That's your name, isn't it? We need you. We found him out in the shadows, just...
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by...
If you know how to get to him, don't hesitate. No, not till I met Art, anyway. It seems to be all he remembers. This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now. Thank you.
What's that in his pocket?
Poking around the House of Healing. Must have found something.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Please. To your very good health. Well over a century old, and yet still not quite so sure about you. People tend to lose more than just flavor. There's an air about you. Something. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
You want to deny the parasite has any sort of hold on you, but somehow you can't.
It's the wine. I added a herb to your cup that betrayed. Look around you. Good men, good women. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I? Good. Because I have every reason to be cautious. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quick. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. You've been to the towers. I suppose you know about Keverick then. We met him on the road here, commanding an... He healed, right in front of me, and chased us into the shadow. You are that hope. Not immediately. Protected by your artifact, you can find out what it is that makes him invincible. So once Keverick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower. Without a cure for your infection, your days are numbered. I promise I will do everything I can. Any cure starts with whatever magic Keverick's using to control. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet. You're not our only secret. Izobel. A faithful... She cast the moon shield around the inn. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you.
You're all right, thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. You don't know. Stars above. We were ambushed out in the darkness. By cult, they lined us up like dogs. Asherak, maybe that's why they picked him. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue. And I regret it with every breath. I had to watch my friends, people who can barely hold a sword. All I could do was run. I don't know. It just happens. How do you do it? How do you keep going? We're in the same boat then. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask, if they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If any, just be careful up there, all right?
Perimeter's clear, Mom. Good. We'll leave soon. We don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom. Patrols report more activity among the colonists, Mom. Preparing to march.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
He is? Then I must see him. Thaniel is no ordinary child. He is the very... I will go to see him at once.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something? If you're sure. Fine. I'll be here.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute, they broke my mind. The best cure is vengeance. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control, we must eradicate them. Starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear. Not only this battle. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least. Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met. But I could see now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. Excellent. Let us... at your command. Interesting. Awaiting orders. Do we have a target? Fresh orders?
Ever onward. Time for a chat.
It's true then. He's met Daniel. There's no other way he'd know. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel. If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it must... We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be. Without Thaniel, no. And I don't know how I can find him without speaking to this man. I don't deserve you, my friend.
Thaniel and me do just what we please together, waiting for the sun forever.
She was no fun. All I wanted was to play. I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me?
Unlike your patron, the presence isn't separate. It's more not an ordinary child, but not a spectre either. One part of a greater whole, something ancient and oddly sad.
I don't know anyone called that. Don't ask me again. Now play with me. All right. Find me, and you win. Get ready, and no cheat.
Trust no one. With pleasure. Over here.
The jig is up, kid.
You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win. Good idea. You're smarter than some playmates I've had. They were try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get...
Nice and easy.
Let's get this over with. Immediately.
Need a throat
things out.
Sure, why not?
I win! I always win in the end. You did better than most, though, so I'll let you go. I won fair and square. There's no point in playing again. I want a challenge. Go on, find someone else to play with.
Minthara's something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen. She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items, if anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, as for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. To take on a god is no easy feat, even for him.
They're better. I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you. Excuse me? I would never. But fine. Take her if you wish. Just know I'll be resting with one eye open. Cazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. Now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
Unnerving though it is, if we are to face an elder brain, we could have no better ally than an illithid. The Emperor is the reason we have made it this far. And if the Gith Prince's suffering is the price of our survival, so be it. I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the blows and arrows rained down on him. And before, when we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked. I have lived long enough to know that few things are... Ketheric's power is a rare thing, though. The necromancer Balthazar is Ketheric's chief advisor. He is usually in his laboratory, elbow deep in We should ransack his chambers and see what secrets he keeps for the great general. I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded. I would rather die than endure it again. The tadpole, the Absolute. They work together like a drug. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice, even though I could know. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable. I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who... Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. It is not noble, it is necessary. If we are all that stands between this world and annihilation. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? She is tolerable, but her faith in the Lady of Loss is poisonous. The Night Singer has some admirable qualities. Far more than her insipid Take the child Shadowheart. She does not even know the very concept of They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought. I have performed 1,000 interrogations. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains. And the wizard, no. Their mastery of the weave is commendable. In my experience, they do not usually live. Either the enemy recognizes they are a threat and kills them swiftly, or their curiosity leads. Our wizard is already in a state of suspended I suspect it is only. I will reserve my social graces for those who might live long enough to appreciate them. He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave. And while you live, you'll be enslaved to your appetites and hungers. We all... But Astarion is not only bound to his needs and desires. He is still bound to something more powerful. His master.
I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around is making me antsy. As long as it takes football.
Trust Jaheira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
That's why we're still standing around.
He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. I don't deserve you, my friend.
I applaud your taste. Where am I needed?
Oh, a little respite does wonders.
Best foot forward.
Sure, why not?
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Izobel. Pleased to meet you. Small inn. We've been waiting, hoping free from the Absolute's influence. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing. Let me guess. Jahir has sent you to beg a protection. Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse. But there are places it won't help. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure. Good luck. And may the Moon Maiden protect you. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketheric himself.
He's a flaming fist. Or was.
And I thank you for your hospitality. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketheric, alive. We are all alike in her.
What's going on? If you have something to say, say it.
Pathetic. The Absolute sees all. Your treachery.
The Absolute. You can't believe them, Marcus.
Time to go, Izobel. Come along, Izobel.
You'll make excellent.
Ізобель! No! What in the nine hells happened? God spare us. Ketheric was planning our demise all along. Listen closely, for there's very little time. As impossible as that task sounds, but hark. It's happening. They'll all be taken by the shadows. Only by the grace. We cannot hesitate. Not even for those we knew. Those we cared for. They're no longer who they were. Still your hearts and steady your hands. To battle!